everyone, my name is Sumedha Mohan and I'm a high school junior from Lagos, Nigeria. Today, I'm here on behalf of the Teen Pop magazine. The Teen Pop magazine, which is the first online magazine for high schoolers that gives young aspiring journalists the opportunity to share their voice, build their writing portfolio, and receive peer feedback and mentorship in the editorial industry. If you would like to write for them, please check their website, theteenpop.com. Today, I am in conversation with Sneha Desai, a leading choreographer in India who is also a software engineer by profession. She teaches young, aspiring kids and adults of all ages from her choreography unit called Sneha Desai Choreography. She has conducted various dance workshops all over India. She was also a belly dance instructor. She has a 125,000 strong family on Instagram and a 250,000 subscriber on YouTube. We hope to see her as a pioneering choreographer in Bollywood someday. So, Sneha, how are you doing today?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Well, we are delighted to have you too. So, when did you start dancing?
I started dancing when I was 4 years old.
Wow, that's a really young age to start dancing.
Yeah.
So, what exactly did dancing mean to you when you started out, and what does it mean to you today?
So when I started out, dancing was just an art form where, it was just like a part-time thing that, go to class, learn something your mom is asking you to learn, and come back home. And that's it. There was nothing more to dance out there when I was growing. But now that I've grown into that art form, I have realized that dance is not only just a part-time 1 hour class, but it is also like my passion, my favorite hobby, something where, I can grow my personality into.
Yeah. So, how does dancing affect your everyday life? Like, we know that you're a software engineer as well. So, how
Yeah.
does it essentially affect your daily life?
So dancing is like a stress buster for me. So if you notice, a software engineer or any working profession is like a typical 9 hour, 10 hour job a day. And then to get that stress out of your mind, dance is like a therapy for me. So it's more like a meditation to me.
Yeah, so like you feel relaxed when you dance.
Yeah, it just makes
Wow,
me very happy.
that's so nice to hear. So, what all dance forms are you trained in?
I'm trained in many dance forms. So I started off with Bharatnatyam. Bharatnatyam is my base. And then I grew into hip hop. I took a few sessions for ballet. I've done a lot of belly dancing. I've done fusions. I've learned pure Bollywood, folk. And in folk, there's always Garba, which is like my bloodline. So yeah, there are various dance styles, and basically my main dance style is fusion. So I just, whatever I have, I gain all the knowledge and I develop a fusion choreography.
Wow, I mean, you're an incredibly versatile dancer. So, like you said that you've been trained in many dance forms, which one do you consider to be your forte?
So my favorite is hip hop. Like hands down, if there is any choreo that I want to train in or any class that I see, if it's hip hop, I'll just get into it because I just enjoy learning that a lot. But I wouldn't say I'm good in a particular style. I'll just say that I want to be versatile and that's what I'm training towards.
Wow, that's incredibly inspiring. So, how do you manage or how do you balance your software engineering career with dance?
So that's a question many people ask me. To be honest, I really don't know how, because that's basically, it's just been my lifestyle since many years. Like ever since I was in junior college, I used to follow the same routine and it just grew into me. But then when people asked me, I actually started studying and digging into how I manage. And when I noticed that, I realized that it's not something that a normal person would do, because a 9 to 10 hour job can basically drain your mental strength out.
Yeah.
But then I just realized that the reason why I am able to do both is, one, because I'm very greedy. So I also want to earn a good amount of bread and butter, and I also want to continue my passion and grow into it. But I know that I want to do both, which is kind of a task. but because of my greed, I just make it happen. And there is one quote that I always tell my mind, which has really worked out well for me. So every time I feel tired, I always say, never say tired. That's one thing that I will tell myself, that tired is not in your dictionary. And then that kind of helps me, gain that energy back. So yeah, basically I just multitask a lot. So even when I'm working, if I run a code and it takes like 5 minutes to run one of my code, I'll take that 5 minutes to listen to music, or I'll quickly watch a dance video, or I'll come up with some steps in my mind or something. So I'm just multitasking constantly.
So more than greedy, I would like to call it determination. And I believe this is what inspires so many people around you to, follow the same path that you're taking. So you should know that you
Yeah.
are an incredibly big inspiration to a lot of people out there.
Thank you, thank you. But yes, I mean, I would definitely love to tell people that it is not impossible to do, both.
Yeah. So moving on to our next question. How many people do you teach on an average in a year?
That's really hard to count because, I mean, before I started my YouTube tutorials, I would say I would teach, say, about 50 to 60 in a class that the studio could accommodate. So throughout, I'd have like maybe 100 to 200 people coming in and out. But now that I've started these YouTube tutorials, online Zoom classes, I actually don't know how many people have I been teaching, because I just see many covers coming in. There are so many people learning from those tutorials. So yeah, a lot.
Well, that's incredible, and that's absolutely amazing to hear that you've expanded your base so much over the years, and that's just very delightful. Well, moving on to our next question. What's your favorite choreography from your stable?
So far, my favorite choreography, I know everyone wants me to say Ghungru, but that's actually not my favorite choreography. My favorite choreography till date that I've created is Mia Mashup. So it's a Bhangra fusion choreography. I was really proud, and I enjoyed that choreography and the song a lot. So yeah, that
It's
would be my
incredible.
favorite.
Yeah, wonderful. So let's come to a little bit of a serious question here. Well, do you think that every aspiring dancer should have some form of classical training?
Um, that's kind of debatable. So classical training, I would recommend because that teaches you a lot of discipline. But there are always pros and cons to something. So, for example, I'm a Bharatanatyam dancer, right? And Bharatanatyam has a very strict posture, okay? And that posture kind of got me in a difficult position to learn hip hop, because hip hop you need a very loose, free flowing body, and my Bharatanatyam kind of got in the way for me out there. So that's where I would be like, okay, classical didn't help me to be a versatile dancer, but classical taught me the expressions and the discipline to train and to learn, right? So classical would definitely be a good form of base. But if I have to look at dance overall, I would recommend ballet over classical, just because ballet has a particular posture which is as strict as classical, but it also strengthens your body in a very free flowing way, you know does
Yeah,
that answer your question? Yeah.
yes, that absolutely answers our question. And I believe many viewers are going to have many takeaways from this as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's a very
And
controversial topic.
yeah, debatable, like you said.
Yeah.
So the next question of ours is very related. So do you think it's better to focus on one particular style of dance, take classes mainly in that, and audition only in that form? Or is it better to try a versatile outlook and take classes in various styles and audition for a fusion or a combination?
I would always recommend, yeah, I would always recommend train in every style and don't just stick to one style, because that's what happened with me. For example, I stuck to Bharatnatyam, and till then I had nothing. I didn't have belly dance or anything. I was just a Bharatnatyam dancer. And to be honest, it's not a bad thing. It's just that it didn't let me explore dance as an overall form of art. And then I went on to belly dancing, and then I was called a belly dancer, which I didn't want, you know. I wanted to be Sneha Desai, the dancer, but then I realized that I'm so strong in belly dancing and Bharatanatyam that if I try any other choreography, even if it's pure Bollywood, somehow those styles were overpowering the other style, the form, you know. So
Yes.
definitely I would say be a jack of all rather than a master of one, which I personally follow.
That's very true, and that's very inspiring as well to hear. The determination that it takes to do these kind of things, it's commendable. So now let's move on to my favorite round. That's the rapid fire round. So you're going to be asked a
Okay.
few questions and you'll have to answer them very quickly. So shall we
Okay.
start?
Yeah, I'm scared.
So no, don't worry, don't be afraid. It's just simple questions.
Okay.
All right. So the first question, your favorite male and female dancers?
Male, hands down, Prabhudeva. Female, Madhuri Dixit.
All right, wonderful. Moving on to our next question, your favorite song to dance to?
Many, but I would say Mukabla from the 90s, the old one.
Incredible. All right. So the next question, the hardest step you thought was to master?
Step, tutting in hip hop. I still struggle with it.
All right, incredible. Next question, your memory of your first dance?
Marathi Lavani, folk. The first dance ever when I was 4 years old.
So do you have any specific recalling of that incident that you would like to share with us?
Yeah, the language. The song was Chuk Chuk some Agina Gadi, something, okay. And there was only one step to it, this, and you just have to run with it. I remember my mom drilling it with expressions, and then she had this big gajra on my hair and lots of lipstick, and that was the first time I was introduced to all of this. I will never forget that.
This seems like a very nice experience.
Yeah.
All right. So now our last question of the day. What are the right steps to take dance as a career and how do you think one should go about it?
So, if you want to make dance your career, right, or if you want to make any art your career, you basically need to have all your knowledge out there, right? It's similar to a profession. Like today, if I'm a software engineer, I'm a software engineer because I did a degree and I got all my basics at least intact, where I'm eligible to get a job and make a career out of it, right? Similarly, in dancing, singing, any art form, you have to gain all your knowledge before you can start sharing that knowledge to someone, because one, they are going to pay you for the knowledge that they're going to learn, so you need to teach them the right thing. And plus, if you don't know what you're teaching, then you're not doing justice to that as a career. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, totally. It's totally agreeable and it's absolutely incredible. So I believe that comes to an end of our session today. I am
Wow.
extremely delighted that I got this opportunity to speak to you and thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything
Thank
you would like
you.
to say to our viewers?
I would always say one thing, that it is not impossible to multitask. If you tell yourselves never say tired, remove that tired word, you will actually get through it and you'll be able to do so much, because the human body is just so capable of multitasking.
So I believe then everybody is going to have major takeaways from this session. And I believe you've inspired hundreds and thousands using this session today. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. You were amazing and it was lots of fun talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you. So if you want to know more about Sneha Desai, please stay tuned with the Teen Pop magazine. Thank you.